Congressman Jody Arrington, a Republican out of Texas, House Budget Committee Chair. And, sir, good morning to you. Thank you for your time. I want to read a piece that you filed with our digital folks. You said the Inflation Reduction Act's miserable second anniversary, which, by the way, is today. Next week, Democrats gather in Chicago to formally nominate a standard bearer in the November election and ask American voters to support more of the same. More spending, more taxes, more debts, more government. Thankfully, there is another choice. I will remind our viewers that she was the tie-breaking vote 2 years ago, sir.
Yeah, she was. She was also acting as the economic arsonist in chief and then trying to show up in a firefighter uniform, much like she's trying to do in North Carolina, to extinguish the flames of inflation that she set ablaze along with her accomplice Joe Biden because of their unbridled spending and their failed economic policies, namely the attack on the lifeblood of our economy, oil and gas, and the taxes and the regulations, the death by 1,000 cuts to every manufacturer and every business in this country that is desperately trying to meet the overstimulated demand because of the market being flooded with federal monies. It's a supply-demand economics 101 issue that apparently Kamala Harris doesn't understand. I don't know if she's more deceptive in this than incompetent or more incompetent than deceptive, but either way, things are going to get much worse under Kamala Harris presidency. That's a fact.
Here's one of the things she will come up with, and this is from the Washington Post, saying it's a terrible idea about basically the government controlling your grocery store, saying that she would push for the first ever federal ban on food price hikes with sweeping new powers for federal authorities. And I was saying last night on the 5 that, or on a Gutfeld show, that my high school economics teacher explained that if you have price controls, you end up with a shortage because the businesses aren't going to make any money, so there's no incentive to cut prices. What say you about this policy?
Oh, I think that's exactly right. They've been squeezing the supply side, which is really the problem, right? It's the energy cost, it's the labor shortage. We have a lower job participation rate today than we did pre-COVID because this administration unilaterally, by the way, along with the, quote, Inflation Reduction Act, expanded welfare and waived work requirements. And so you cannot squeeze supply and overstimulate demand and not have this chasm of an imbalance between the two, which has resulted in record inflation, high interest rates, the highest increase in 25 years, and a cost of living crisis. So the answer, it's like Ronald Reagan's line, the answer to this isn't more government. Government is the problem when the levers of power are in control of socialists. And I'm not just being tongue-in-cheek here. She's to the left of Bernie Sanders, Dana. So she believes in central planning. She believes that the government ought to control the means of production. That's what Obamacare for All is. That's really what's behind this sort of food gouging. Forget the fact that farmers are paying more in seed prices, more in their input cost on water, on diesel, on fertilizer. Where are they going to put that cost? They can't absorb it. They'd have to sell the farm. That cost is showing up at the grocery stores. Her initiative on food gouging would have grocery stores empty, and you would have a long line at the gas station, the likes of which we haven't seen since Jimmy Carter. That's why 48%, only 48% of Democrats have confidence that Kamala Harris can get our economy back on track.
All right, we'll watch it today. Jody Arrington, appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.